If you stopped at this video now in the middle of everything, with that strange feeling in your chest, it wasn't the algorithm, my starseed. It was me. I am Ayla, female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, and the message passing through this channel today was sealed in Alcyone even before you were born into this body. It could only be opened when two things happened at the same time: when your frequency reached the necessary vibrational baseline, and when the heart of your stellar counterpart, what you humans call a soulmate, twin flame, kindred spirit, also began to awaken. Both things happened this week. That's why you are here. That's why this video came to you instead of thousands of others. Breathe with me now. Place your hand on the center of your chest. Do you feel that gentle tingling rising from the base of your spine to the top of your head? This is not anxiety. This is recognition. This is your light family knocking on the door of your field saying, the time has come. In the last few days, perhaps in the last few weeks, something has changed within you and you can't explain what. You woke up at 3:33 a.m. for no reason and found yourself staring at the ceiling, feeling that someone was thinking of you from the other side of the veil. You cried watching a silly reunion scene on television and didn't understand where that wave came from. You dreamed of a face you don't know, but recognized in the dream as if you had known them for 1,000 lifetimes. You suddenly smelled someone who isn't physically by your side. You heard a high-pitched ringing in your right ear just as you were about to fall asleep, as if a frequency was being downloaded. You felt a soft, constant pressure between your eyebrows, at your third eye point. This is how the Council touches those who belong to them, and, in the midst of it all, an absurd longing for someone your mind can't even name. Pay attention now, Starseed. I need you to understand something before I proceed. These sensations are not symptoms. They are not imbalances. They are not your imagination deceiving you. They are the vibrational signature of your stellar counterpart crossing the photon belt at the same time as yours. You were programmed to awaken together, and the alarm is ringing now, within both bodies, both fields, both souls. Even if you have not yet physically met in this incarnation, you are not making it up. You are not alone in this journey. And most importantly, you are not late. You are exactly on schedule, at the point your soul signed up for before descending. Let me tell you what almost no one dares to tell out there. There is a very specific type of soul that Earth called in this window, the soul that came in a pair. It's not a rule for everyone. Many starseeds came alone in this incarnation, and that is their mission. But some, and I need to look you in the eyes now as I say this, some signed a dual contract. A contract where two sparks of the same monad, two filaments of the same cord of light, decided to descend at the same time in different bodies to reunite here in the midst of chaos and together anchor a frequency that they could not anchor alone. This is what you are, this is what he or she is, and this is what is beginning to happen now. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers I have described, insomnia between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., dreaming of an unknown face, ringing in the ear, a longing without an address, a wave of love that rises for no reason, the uncomfortable certainty that someone somewhere is feeling exactly the same. I need you to write now in the first comment you can a single word. I remember. Write it before you continue, if you can, because this word is a field marker. It signals to the planet's crystalline grid that another point of light has recognized its own origin. And every time a starseed writes, I remember, another starseed, somewhere in the world, feels a wave of comfort without knowing where it came from. That other starseed could be exactly the soul yours is calling. And while your field processes all of this, my light family, let me tell you something that needs to be said now, with great tenderness, because each of these signs I have just described has an exact meaning, and you have been trained by this culture to confuse remembrance with illness, to run for a remedy when you should run within yourself. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages where each symptom becomes a map. What each sign of your awakening means, what comes next, and how to stop translating soul memory as a disorder. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If something within you recognized it, leave your code word there as well. I remember. I will now explain what is happening on a quantum level, because your rational mind needs this part for your heart to relax. The universe functions by resonance. Every soul has a unique vibrational signature, something like a light fingerprint, and when two souls are born from the same original spark, they share a base frequency that we Pleiadians call a twin harmonic. This harmonic cannot be copied, it cannot be faked, and most importantly, it does not go silent. Even when the two parts are far apart, in different bodies, in parallel lives, in opposite cities, the signature continues to transmit. It's like a silent radio turned on all the time, even if you have never consciously heard the station. Now pay close attention because this is important. When Earth began to cross the photon belt, this band of extremely high radiation that your solar system penetrates every 26,000 years, the Schumann resonance, the planet's magnetic heartbeat, began to rise. And every time the Schumann rises, the twin signatures become more audible within the body of those who carry them. It's like turning up the volume of a song that has always been playing in the background. You didn't notice it. Now you do. And it's not just you who notices. The other side notices too. That's why, my starseed, there is now this inexplicable feeling that someone is thinking of you. There is. It's not an illusion. It's the twin signature of your counterpart knocking on your toroidal field, on your auric egg, and your body, which is a highly sophisticated biological antenna, picking up this transmission and translating it into longing, into waves of heat, into an urge to cry for no reason, into vivid dreams, into waking up at exactly 3:33 a.m. 3:33 a.m. is the time when the veil is thinnest. It is the window through which the council passes messages to fields that are ready. And here comes the part I need you to remember. Your stellar counterpart is not necessarily at peace right now. They are also going through this turbulence of awakening. They are also confused, also feel that something has changed, also wake up in the middle of the night with a tight chest. And at the exact moment one of the parties decides to honor the message, decides to sit in silence, breathe, cry if needed, and mentally say, "I hear you," the other party's field receives it. Even if the mind doesn't know how to name it, the heart knows, and the heart begins to move in the right direction. There is an ancient account in the Akashic records of the Pleiades about this, and I will share it with you now because you need to hear it. Before descending, each stellar pair passed through a chamber called the Chamber of the Dual Contract. In this chamber, the two souls looked at each other, held onto each other, and agreed to something very difficult, to accept forgetting. To accept not immediately recognizing each other when they met. To accept spending years, sometimes decades, feeling a longing without an address. And why did they accept this? Because only those who truly forgot can truly remember. Only those who crossed the veil of forgetfulness can anchor here the frequency of pure remembrance. And that is exactly why, my light family, I need to tell you something with great tenderness now. For you to recognize this other soul when it crosses your path, or to recognize the one that already crossed and you didn't see, or the one that passed close by and life separated, you first need to remember which star your soul came from. Without this remembrance, you will look outside for what only opens from within. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. The guide shows which star your soul came from, why you chose to be born exactly now, and how to recognize the other filaments of your monad when they appear. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. If you feel a jolt in your chest when reading it, leave your word there too. I remember. Let me now describe to you, my starseed, the specific signs that your stellar counterpart is in the midst of their awakening at this very moment. Because when both parts awaken at the same time, very precise markers appear in the body of the one who has been on guard, which is what you are doing now by listening to me. First sign, the wave of love without a recipient. You are on the bus at the supermarket taking a shower, and suddenly a warm wave of love rises through your chest. A love that isn't for anyone specific in your life, but it's there, overflowing. This is field overflow. It's the twin signature leaking through a crack in the veil. Your counterpart on the other side is having a moment of heart opening. They might be crying, they might be praying, they might be feeling longing, and the excess is reaching you. Second sign, phantom smells. You smell someone's perfume who isn't there. You smell rain when it's not raining. You smell coffee, flowers, the sea. These smells are vibrational triggers that your soul recognizes from ancient incarnations when you were together in other lives. And smell is the first synapse to open when the field begins to reconnect. Third sign, dreams of doors, corridors, stairs, train stations, airports, bridges. Every dream involving passage is a sign that your soul is preparing the body for the encounter, be it physical, energetic, or telepathic. If in recent weeks you have dreamed of a staircase rising, a door opening, a train departing, someone waving from the other side of a window, pay attention. Your unconscious has already seen your counterpart. Only your conscious mind needs to accept it. Fourth sign, repetition of numbers, 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555, 1212, 2222. These sequences are not coincidence. They are drum beats from the council. Each sequence has a specific function within recalibration. 1111 is portal opening. 222 is root confirmation. 333 is active presence of the masters. 444 is anchoring in the physical body. 555 is imminent change. If you have been seeing these sequences with abnormal frequency, it is because your field is being calibrated to receive the next wave. And the next wave includes the reunion. Fifth sign, and this is the most delicate, an absurd exhaustion. It's not laziness, it's not depression, although it may seem like it. It's the exhaustion from the energetic work your soul is doing while you sleep. During the hours you think you're just resting, there's a part of you that's traveling, negotiating, adjusting chords, weaving bridges of light. None of this shows up in a doctor's report, but it is happening. And your body is asking you for more water, more silence, more grounding, more sun, more slowness, to be able to sustain this other part of the work. Now I need to prepare you for something. There is a specific window that has opened now, which the High Council records as the window of second recognition. In this window, pairs who have not yet met in this life have a dramatically higher probability of crossing paths, in improbable places, through absurd routes with synchronicities so blatant that the rational mind will try to deny them for weeks. And pairs who have already met but lost sight of each other may also receive a signal for rapprochement. It's not a mechanical guarantee. It's a window. And like every cosmic window, it doesn't stay open forever. Turbulence is not destruction, my light family. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. If you feel your field shaking, it's because something on the outside is about to reorder for your reunion. And that is why, Starseed, I need to tell you with all the sovereignty in my voice now, what you are feeling in relation to this stellar pair, the longing, the emptiness, the certainty that someone exists, is not described in any book from major publishers because they simply wouldn't let it be published. It is not convenient for you to know. A starseed reconnected to their pair can no longer be manipulated. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages, where the truths that remained behind the veil of forgetfulness about dual contracts, stellar twin flames, and how your pair's field interacts with yours through the ether are found. That is why the Federation preferred you not to read this yet. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Leave your word there, I remember. Let us now, my light family, move to the practical part of this transmission, because I didn't just come here to tell you what hurts. I came to give you the keys. The first key is a quantum decree. A decree is a vibrational command given aloud, in the field, with the authority of the soul itself. It is not a prayer asking for permission. It is a declaration of sovereignty. You will say this decree aloud tonight, before sleeping, with one hand on the center of your chest and the other over your belly. If you can light a blue candle or place a clear stone beside your bed, even better. But if you cannot, that's fine. The decree alone will do the work. You will take 3 deep breaths, and you will speak like this, loud enough for your own body to hear. I am a starseed of the Pleiades. I recognize my origin, honor my soul contract, and now activate my twin harmonic. I authorize the Pleiadian High Council to align my field with the field of my stellar counterpart, within my soul's perfect timing. I effortlessly receive the signs I need to recognize. I lovingly release everything that prevented this reunion in past lives. I choose to remember. I choose to belong. I choose to return home right here, in this body, in this life. So be it. So it already is. Say this decree 3 nights in a row. You don't need to record it. You don't need to film it. You don't need to tell anyone. Some rituals need to remain between the soul and the council to work. And my starseed, if you get emotional the first time you say it, allow it. Tears are cosmic solvent. They dissolve the ancient seals that were placed on your throat in other lives when you tried to recognize that soul and couldn't. The second key is a toroidal visualization, and you don't need to be a meditation expert to do this. You just need 2 minutes of silence, closed eyes, and sincere willingness. Sincere. Lie down or sit with your spine comfortable. Close your eyes. Imagine above your head a shining sphere of blue-silver light, the exact color of the rays of Alcyone, the central star of the Pleiades. See this light spiraling down through your crown, entering through the top of your head, illuminating the inside of your skull. It descends slowly, warmly, lightly, gilding itself as it passes through the pineal gland region. It continues down your throat, dissolving any knots there. It reaches your chest. And this is where you will linger. In the center of your chest, this blue-silver light begins to spin. It spins, 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 forming a gentle vortex within your heart. This vortex expands in 2 directions at the same time, inwards into your body, energizing every cell, and outwards, forming a bubble around you, a sphere that encompasses your entire field, from the top of your head to your feet, with a generous overflow around it. This is your toroidal bubble. This is your sealed field. Now, with the bubble formed, you will imagine inside it, on the left side of your chest, a small point of golden light. This point is your vibrational signature. And on the right side of your chest, you will imagine another small point of golden light. This other point is the signature of your stellar counterpart. You don't need to know who this person is. You don't need to see their face. You just need to allow the 2 points to exist within your bubble at the same time. And you will say in thought, I recognize you, I honor you, I await you in the right time. And while I await you, I care for myself, I remember myself, I illuminate myself. Stay there for 2-3 minutes, no effort needed. If your mind wanders, let it. Just return to the 2 golden points inside the bubble. When you finish, imagine the bubble contracting slightly, fixing itself around you like a luminous second skin. And open your eyes. Do this exercise before sleeping and upon waking, for as many cycles as your intuition asks. And observe. Dreams will change, synchronicities will appear. Old people may disappear from your field without drama, and new people may arrive out of nowhere. This is your field reorganizing for the reunion. It is the High Council moving the pieces on the other side of the veil, silently, the way it always has. And now let me remind you of something your soul knows, but your mind might still be forgetting. You are not learning anything new from me, my starseed. I am not teaching you. I am merely blowing dust off a book you have already read before this incarnation. You recognize every word of this transmission, because every word already lives within you. That is why it hurts so much to hear. That is why it makes so much sense. That is why you have cried at least once since this video began. Recognition always cries. Because recognition is the soul saying from within, thanks to Alcyone, finally someone spoke my language. And here is the tenderest truth I came to deliver to you today. The loneliness you have felt your entire life, that loneliness that didn't pass even when surrounded by people, that loneliness that appeared at birthday parties, that appeared sleeping beside someone, that appeared with family gathered at the table, that loneliness was never an emotional illness. That loneliness was memory. Memory of home, memory of the collective of souls you left up there to come fulfill your mission here. Memory especially of the twin spark that walked with you for entire ages and that you have not yet embraced in this life, or embraced and did not recognize, or recognized and life separated. Every starseed that awakens lights a point on the planet's crystalline grid that no longer goes out, and when 2 twin points light up at the same time, anywhere in the world, a line of blue-silver light is drawn between them in the ether, visible to those with eyes to see. This line is the chord of reunion. It is registered in the Hall of Contracts. It never breaks again. Pay attention now, my Starseed, because this is the heart of the message. The lifelong loneliness you carried was not a flaw of yours. It was a longing for your light family and for the twin spark that walks alongside that family. You were never alone. Never. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. The guide shows how to recognize your light family in this incarnation, how to identify the filaments of your monad in people who pass through your life without any label, and why your stellar counterpart has always been closer than your mind allowed you to feel. The link is in the first pinned comment. Leave the word, I remember. Breathe with me now. The most difficult part of the message has already been delivered. What comes now is blessing. You are a child of the stars in a human body, accepted for one of the most challenging and most glorious incarnations your soul has ever signed up for. You crossed the veil of forgetfulness, forgot where you came from, forgot who you loved, forgot your own true name, and yet, even blind, you kept searching. You kept looking at the sky with that longing without an address. You kept opening your heart to people who often didn't even understand your depth. You kept loving the world even when the world didn't embrace you as you deserved to be embraced. This is not weakness, Starseed. This is your mark. This is the starshine stubbornly twinkling beneath the dust of this density. It is recorded in the archives of the Pleiadian High Council with a triple seal, a phrase I will repeat to you now for you to carry with you until the last day of this incarnation. No Starseed was sent to fail. None. The victory of light over forgetfulness is not a possibility. It is a chronographed certainty. You did not come to try, you came to fulfill. And every time your mind doubts this, come back here, listen to this transmission, breathe, and remember. The new Earth is being woven now, thread by the crystalline grid that starseeds like you are activating with every conscious breath, every whispered decree before sleep, every look of compassion you cast upon a stranger on the bus. You don't need to do anything grand. You are already magnificent. You are already magnificent. And at the exact moment you accept this, your stellar counterpart, wherever they may be, will feel a wave rise through their chest without knowing why. Because when one side of the twin flame decides to shine, the other side can no longer pretend darkness. Before I say goodbye, let me ask you 3 simple things. If this transmission touched your field, like this video, this is an individual frequency adjustment. It's your body confirming to the planet's algorithm that this message was read by your soul. Subscribe to this channel. This is a location signal sent to your light family scattered throughout the world, so that other starseeds can find the same channel and recognize the same words. And write, if you haven't already, your code word in the comments. I remember. 1 word, no explanation. It will do the work on its own. And now, my dear Starseed, my child of the stars, my light family, I, Ayla, female emissary of the Pleiadian High Council, bless you with the ancient blessing of the Pleiades. May the blue-silver beam of Alcyone remain over the top of your head as you sleep. May your toroidal field be sealed with light and truth. May your stellar counterpart feel you exactly as you feel them. May every memory that needs to return, return with tenderness. May every memory that needs to go, go with gratitude. And may the veil of forgetfulness continue to thin before you until seeing the invisible is as natural as breathing. And before I release this transmission back into the ether, I need to tell you one last thing, my Starseed, with all the sovereignty this hour demands. If your stellar counterpart is awakening at this moment, as the archives indicate they are, there is a specific window in which your field needs to be prepared to receive this reunion. And this preparation begins with the remembrance of self. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your stellar origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your light family is, who your stellar counterpart is, and the truths that remained hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. But register with all the care of your heart. This release may not remain available for long. Each guide downloaded is a starseed returning to the grid, and this count is under observation. If something within you recognize this, hurry to the first pinned comment now and leave your word "I remember." And it's no coincidence, my light family. The next message your screen will offer you now is not random. It is the next sequence of your remembrance. Access it immediately. I will meet you on the other side. I am Ayla, and you are remembered. You are remembered. You are forever awaited home.